The Hearts of Gold podcast is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network, produced by Off the Walter Media.
Welcome to Hearts of Gold. Today I have Jola with us. Hi, Jola.
Hi.
Can you tell us about your Girl Scout Gold Award project?
I made a video teaching kindergartners how to behave in the classroom. Due to the pandemic, I saw how they were behaving in class, and they just didn't know how to interact with each other. Basic, simple things like raising their hand, being quiet when the teacher is talking. All these things they had lost since they had been at home for so long. I love working with little children, and so I thought I could help them out by making a video, teaching them how to walk in line, raise their hand, and all these basic things that you learn in kindergarten.
What kind of research did you have to do for your project?
How the pandemic had affected little children from since they had been home for so long. I saw that social anxiety was increasing more for the younger kids, and they just didn't know how to share with each other, like at recess when they run around and they play with each other, and just all these things that kindergartners shouldn't have to even think about. They should be free and just be able to be themselves and run around.
Who was on your team and how did they support you?
My family friend, her nieces were in the video. So I was able to use them, and they were like small too. They were like kindergartners as well. And me, that was it. And then I also had an editor, a friend who edited the video for me because I definitely couldn't do it.
What did you learn about the filming process that you were really surprised about?
The editing part, that was really hard because I tried to edit my own video on CapCut and it was just not working. Making sure the sound and the lighting and all that was very difficult. So finally, after many tries, I just reached out to my friend who does editing. And I was like, can you help me with this video for my project? And he was more than happy to help me with it.
What was your biggest surprise while you were working on your Gold Award project?
How many times they sent the project back and I had to like recorrect stuff on it. There was a lot of stuff online, like paperwork and questions that I had to answer that they kept sending back. And also just pieces to my project. They wanted it more in detail and, like more reasons of why I had chosen that project. So I think that was the most surprising part.
Do you have some specific examples that you can give so others might learn from your experience?
So I'm very passionate about helping little kids. I also plan to do social work in college. So I knew my project was going to be something that I was passionate about. So I would encourage other girls to do something that you're passionate about and that you love to do. And it doesn't feel like work. Because if you do a project that you hate doing and you're not even passionate about, why even do it? So I would choose a topic that you're really interested in and that you just feel carefree, because that'll make the process much easier.
Do you have a special memory from your project?
Going and showing the kids my video, their faces lit up when I showed it to them. They loved it. They had so many questions about the project and how I filmed it, and they just loved it. And the teacher was so appreciative because it helps her class out a lot.
How have you incorporated what you have learned from the Gold Award process into your life?
Just to have patience and to trust in God. Because it was a hard road. It was a lot to do. And they kept sending it back and I had to recorrect stuff. And I was like, when am I finally going to get my Gold Award? I think just patience and perseverance and not giving up, and also believing in myself when times get hard, and just keep pushing forward to meet my goal at the end.
What other Girl Scout experiences have you had?
So I'm in Media Girls. I have done a lot with that. I was on... I've been to Goya. I've been to many press conferences as well. And also for my project, CBS reached out to me and I did an interview with them. So that was an amazing experience. And that was right in New York. And so they paid for my transportation, everything. All I had to do was go in and talk about my project, my Gold Award project. So, and I got to meet the CEO of Girl Scouts. And I got to talk with her a little bit about my project, and it was just an amazing experience altogether.
How did you prep for that CBS interview? I imagine that had to have been nerve-wracking.
It was. Literally, I had like 2 days to prep. Like we had a Zoom meeting call, and they explained like what I would be doing and what I would be explaining and how the process would go. It was such a quick turnaround because like we literally had the meeting on Friday and we were filming on Monday. So I went in there. I had my vest. I got to meet the CEO first and got to talk with her a little bit behind the scenes about my project and just about other stuff. Like I run track and she runs too. So we were talking about that. And then the filming process, it was about like 20 minutes altogether, but they cut it down to like 2 minutes. So I was talking for like 20 minutes about my project, but you can only see a little part of it. But still, it was a great process. Just loved the whole experience working with all the people behind the scenes. They were great and they helped me talk about my project. And yeah, it was just a great experience.
You mentioned that you are a media girl for your council. Did the CBS experience influence anything? And did you bring back ideas for the media girls?
Yes, definitely being on camera and being able to speak in front of people was a skill that I'd already practiced. And so I feel like that just helped me to be myself and show more personality and talk about my project.
Can you tell us about your running experience and what you're hoping for in the future with your running?
So I currently run track at Union Catholic High School, we have a great program. So I'm on the sprint side. And so I've been running since freshman year, and I'm planning to run in college, hopefully a D1 or D2 school. So I'm looking at some colleges right now and some scholarships. So that's my plan for track.
So what sprints do you run?
So for indoor, I run the 55-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, the 300-meter dash, and the 400-meter. And then for outdoor season, which we're currently in right now, I run the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, and the 400-meter dash.
Wow, that's a lot of events.
Yes, but I enjoy it.
And I understand that you had the opportunity to go to Boston for indoor nationals. What was that experience like?
That was great. It was my second time going. I had gone my freshman year as well, and also my sophomore year, but it was at a different venue. But it was great to go back to that venue in Boston, and it was great to compete against other athletes and with my team. We did the sprint medley relay. So I was the 400-meter leg, and I PR'd in my split. So that was great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is the difference between running at one of your regular track meets and running at a huge event like that?
Definitely just the energy is more pumped up. Everybody is excited to run, and you get to compete against one another and really get to see if you PR and medal. And the whole experience is just different. And there's cameras everywhere and all that. So you really have to be locked in on your race so you can do well.
What other experiences have you had in life in general that you'd like to share?
I went to Baja, Mexico for a mission trip at the end of my freshman year. So that was an amazing experience. I did missionary work for a whole week during the summer. So I was able to pray over people and to really just see God move. So that was a great experience. And yeah, so I think that's something that really moved me and I take with me today.
What else would you like to share with the audience?
Keep pushing forward. If you want the Gold Award, I would say it is definitely the most challenging award. I've gotten my Silver Award. That was a little challenging, but I still was able to have some help. But for the Gold Award, it's kind of all on you. So I would just say pick something that you're passionate about and just enjoy the whole process, even the ups and the downs. Just take it all in, because once it's over, you have is the memories and the Gold Award, like the actual physical award. But I would just say just to keep going and keep God first, and just to reach towards your goals.
How do you make your s'mores?
I make them ooey gooey. So I make sure I usually always burn them on the outside, but then I wait a little bit until the inside softens up a little bit.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure to click follow or subscribe so you always know when new episodes are released. Power your passion and conquer your challenges.
Thank you for listening. If you'd like to be on the show to share your story of how you earned your Gold Award, reach out and send an email to growandshare@outlook.com. Be sure to catch up on our previous shows on any of your favorite podcasting platforms, as well as view the full video versions at youtube.com/Cheryl M. Robinson. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.